Educare parenting principles 0 to 3 years. So the parenting interventions are to encourage autonomy and self-regulation by the infant, answer all questions, give scope for freedom and creativity, follow the interest of the child. Let's not say, because I said so, you got to do it. When the child is refusing, go down to the floor and FaceTime and ask the child what is wrong. Teaching stems through household gadgets, like you can have glasses, you can count them, you can stack one in each other for spatial reasoning, and life skills with balanced healthy choice meal plan. So as we give a meal, we can encourage finger food so that they won't get sensitivities later on, sensory processing and rejection of foods, but also create nutritional content, why they are eating what they are eating, rather than watch a screen and eat something that parents are stuffing into the mouth. That is never going to give satisfaction or give a knowledge about what they are eating, particularly 18 months, 15 months. After 12 months, kids don't eat much. They eat to their growth needs, which is 2 inches per year and 4 pounds per year. We can do math, counting, adding, subtractions, grouping, pattern recognitions, science about the body and what nutrition helps each part of the body, and the environment and the climate and so on. So we can go for green space walks and teach a lot about the environment, about the ecosystems, about the balance in nature. And every toddler, they're so focused on what they hear from the respected adult who is a caregiver, and they really listen to the rules of the house. Once we have established the initial attachment, we have to catch the positive behavior and notice and praise and encourage positive behavior. At the same time, do address the negative behavior and why it is a negative behavior, what is not tolerated. Nurturing experience creates adaptation of safety for survival, socially, emotionally, cognitively, communication-wise, and and intellectually. Sense of insecurity creates psychological problems of fright, fight, and flight, and adaptation for survival. This is from toxic anxiety and stress. As they look at the environment around them as not to be safe and not conducive to their communication. Brain chemicals get disturbed, causes abnormal brain electrical activity and scarring of the structure of the brain as well as the function of the brain, and cognitive skills will suffer from multisensory segregation. Imbalance occurs between withdrawal and excitation to learn. This is primarily permanent, lifelong wiring, which is the hard wiring, which is the foundation for the whole life. And that's what we see as a behavior right now, had its roots of what happened early on. Structurally and functionally, the changes that happen 0 to 3 from the experiences are permanent. Rest of the life skills are based on this primary circuitry. One of the things that we always have to do is protect the self-respect, trust from birth. Kids watch what parents are doing and the caregivers are doing, and they have to be perceptive before preaching or correcting a child. Encourage more hands-on activities without electronic gadgets till 30 months of age. Have clear routines and rules for eating, sleeping, talking, sports, activities, gaming, and play. And do teaching during this play through all the routines, and that's how infants and toddlers learn. And once they know what comes before and after and the transitions are explained, the children always follow the rules and they feel secure. They know what is coming. They anticipate that. Parents have to work on self-motivation and look triggers for non-cooperation and avoid the triggers. Move away from parenting from your own learned experiences. Unlearn them. They may not have been optimal, and learn modern positive parenting styles. Nomenclature of the parenting styles has changed to positive active parenting and nurture, early relational health and parent-child interaction. Previous styles were authoritarian, authoritative, neglectful, permissive, mixed parenting styles, authoritative being the optimal, but we go beyond that. We go with we give the importance to integrating the culture, the social, emotional attachment and bonding that the adults establish, and respecting the implicit learning capabilities of each child and following the child's interests. These are the new things. The need of the society is prevention of undesirable pathways and protection of ideal pathways through positive early relational health. Focus on gross motor, fine motor, balancing, but mostly focus on social emotional learning, which is establishing warm positive relationships, responsive caregiving, where the cues are watched, and ideal situation is established with a servant return pathways, and linguistic abilities. Self-regulation never happens. Be the self-regulated caregiver to regulate and buffer the emotional distress of an infant or a toddler. Social intelligence is that children do understand what parents want. Do parents understand, or do they have the same capacity as an infant to study what is going in the child's mind, to make it an amicable relationship? So the positive early relationship, servant return, responsive caregiving, that cycle is very, very essential. And pro-social skills, everything will fall into place when the first two categories are met, and self-identity is a part of social emotional learning, and effective problem solving also comes with the social emotional learning skills, social intelligence and emotional intelligence. Linguistic abilities of expressing non-verbally, verbally, and receiving from the birth, through imitation, through watching the adults. Rich syntax does help the children. So we do expect parents to make an adult language. Ideally treat the vernacular or the native language from birth, so that the child is cognitively better, even if they have a limited vocabulary. One adult sticks to adheres to one language, the other adult speaks other language. 3 or 4 languages can be learned by the infant. And also teaching literacy, that letter has a meaning, word has a meaning, phonemes, morphology, syntax and pragmatics will all fall into place as the parent works from birth, reading 4 to 5 books and pointing and making annotation as to what they are reading. As the infants become toddlers and mobile, and then they have why, where, what have happened questions, their sequential organization, temporal orchestration will fall into place, even with the simple stories like Are You My Mother, Dr. Seuss books. Then one that they do realize that there is an organization, temporal organization to reading material or a story. Always have a time in by catching a positive behavior, rewarding them with a praise, a thumbs up, rather than always trying to pick on the negative aspect of every child. So the social emotional learning, linguistic abilities, the STEM skills from cognitive development are very important. So I think I have concluded everything about the principles of early child development. The structure, the consistency, positive reward system, and love and nurture goes a long way, rather than punitive measures and negative talking about a child. So as each behavior represented, it can be discussed. Thank you.